Okay, so we're working on the E90 again today, and we just got all tore down. We're battling some rain. It's looking kind of yeah, definitely on a tight time schedule. Tomorrow we're doing concrete, or prepping for that. Today this has to be finished, so everything came apart, no problem at all, no hiccups. I went ahead and re-dropped the timing blocks on it, just kind of double check everything lined right up. No issues at all. I just took the tensioner out, and then the front block popped on the Vanels timing jig. If you guys didn't see my last videos, there's a crank pin. I'll show you real quick. Maybe I could show you. It's a crank pin. If you look down this very last runner, I don't know if you can see that or not. You can see the starter, and right below the starter, there's like another little divot, and that's where the crank pin goes. You can do it from the top real easy. This is all-wheel drive. A lot of guys saying you had to do it from the bottom. That's not the case. I just basically took down the power steering fluid reservoir, just kind of unbolted it and laid it down out of the way. I can reach in there no problem at all and get it right in there. And you can use the right hand to push that in, your left hand to turn the ratchet on the crankshaft. And that's a 22 millimeter. And you just kind of work it back and forth. I took the number one spark plug out, put my long screwdriver down in it so I could see where it's coming up. And I think this one was a hair past all the way up or a hair under all the way up, and the pin will drop in. Now there is an elongated hole that I first had it in that's not the right hole. You can move it back about a quarter of a turn either way. That's not the right hole to have it in. It'll still run at that. It'll be a 1 or 2 teeth off, I'm not really sure. We just dropped the bridge back on, made sure our labels, there's little square, what do they call it? The labels you scan with their phone on top of each camshaft. And the cam lobes, I can't see this one, but they should both be facing up. And you drop your bridge in, just one bolt. Super easy system, nothing to it at all. And last time I did use a red jig for the Vanels, I believe. I have to go back and look. The red jig and this jig seem to be identical. After doing some research, it is a silver jig for the N52. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much a gravy train, easy compared to the M54 and the M62 TU and all those older engines. So we have our new video sensor here. We're gonna go and install that. I think we're ready. We'll just go and pull these blocks all back off. I just want to double and triple check that. We're gonna go and slide this new video sensor on here. This was pretty wickedly expensive. If you haven't watched the past videos, we tried that reman sensor from eBay. It was 90 bucks. That did not pan out at all. As soon as I put all that together, immediately it's throwing a code where I couldn't see that centric shaft sensor, and it was like plausibility error and all this weird stuff. The car ran fine. It ran a little bit out of kilter. But this guy here is going to be the final say. This is $208 or $206, something like that. But this is an actual legitimate OEM. This is a, was it Siemens / Continental, and it even comes with new bolts. So yeah, if you guys don't know, that sensor is right here. There's a bolt there, and there's a hole in the guide where you get through there with a 10 millimeter and take that out. We'll use a 1/4 inch drive ratchet with a 10 millimeter socket, pull that right out, no problem at all. So let me pull these timing jigs and blocks and bridge back off. We're gonna put this thing in. I've already filmed replacing the valve cover on this thing in a couple of old videos. I probably won't do that again. If the rain holds off, we'll be back here in a couple seconds. Hopefully this thing up and running. Okay, so it's next day. Tell you what, this thing turned out pretty decent. Quiet as quiet could be. It might sound different on the mic, but I just got done driving it, no problems. The only thing we have to do yet, we have our window regulator for our rear door. We have the change of transmission fluid. Hopefully we had the right filter this time. And the brake pad warning sensor light is on. Has a little triangle down in the corner. So I try to reset it, the brake light stays on. So we just had to do that on this 135, so we know how to fix that. We are going to be doing the bypass, and that was the front passenger sensor and the, I'm sorry, what am I talking about? The front driver wheel sensor and the passenger rear. We'll have to disable those and do all that. But this thing, it's been a pain in the ass and it's finally ready to go. In case you didn't see the last videos, what we had to do is replace the exhaust side camshaft with the camshaft ledge box and the lifters. And we got the parts from the 2010 and they work great. I don't know if you guys can even hear it running or not. These mics are real sensitive, so it might sound like that, but everything's perfect. Couldn't be happier. The owner couldn't be happier. It took us a little while to get it sorted out. We're kind of waiting to find a good deal on that camshaft, and we ended up getting it for $124. And can't really, it flies. Can't really bitch about that. Really good. I think we're gonna upload this video. My third channel, if you guys seen that channel or not, it's called Nathan's DIY World. There's a link in the description to it. I'm gonna start loading videos on that. Some of you guys pointed out that channel is getting a lot of views. I put 10 or 15 videos out on it, didn't really look at it anymore, and now a lot of those have 40, 50,000 views per video. That channel is set up for Honda, Toyota, Nissan, and Mazda, and it has some Chevy stuff on there too, so go check that out. Subscribe to that channel for sure. Next up today, as soon as I load this video, we're going to shoot a video for that channel. Then we got to shoot an MRE video. Next up too, let me click this, let me show you guys. And we had about an inch of rain last night, and it's muddy. Even in the gravel, it's muddy. We're gonna try to finish this today. Since it was sprinkling off and on all day, I decided to jump on that blue car and get that done. Happy I did. That's finished now. So tomorrow, hopefully the sun comes out, it dries up a little bit. I need to flip this guy over. It's got a notch there, and we need to fill this corner full of fill. And I guess we're gonna go back and we'll probably rake some of that out against that board to make like a little bell footer off of that. But like I said, we had a bunch of rain. Everything held up nice. There was no water in the wall there. We did leave a little hole back in the corner so it could drain out. That seemed to work. We left our string line up. We will have to recheck everything since it rained, and those stakes that are in the ground could have shifted now. Yeah, we're pretty close on this. We need to screed it off with this board, fill it in just a little bit, but we're getting real close. We're hoping to pour concrete tomorrow. It's not going to happen. It's so damn muddy. I don't think the concrete truck could even pull up where I just put that fresh gravel at. I really don't. The weather's supposed to be pretty good all week. We're probably looking at Wednesday, hopefully. Thursday, worst case. This weekend it's going to get cold. It's going to get below freezing at night. I want to do it Wednesday or Thursday and get this slab done. And once we do that, then we can start building the walls and getting the roof on it. Once we have the roof on it, it could get cold. It's not that big of a deal. I could put the metal on the sides, do all that. We did some more measuring. Even at this height, we might have enough ceiling height for a lift. I'm not sure yet. If that's possible, I might do it. Even if we can't lift it all the way up to walk under it, standing up, just be able to get it that high enough to get it 3/4 of the way up. It's gonna be a huge deal. That'll let us set an engine out on the cradle and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. That's all gonna depend on the weather. It's gonna depend on YouTube. YouTube's being pretty bad lately, the last 3 or 4 days. All of the CPC and the AdSense is in the gutter. I mean, in the gutter like you have never seen. I'm not sure what's going on with that. They went through and blocked a bunch of my old videos, demonetized them. Some of those had almost 300,000 views. I don't know how long they've been demonetized, so I may not be getting paid for those videos for a month or two. I really don't know. We're gonna keep pushing it through it. That's all that's going on today. Like I said, cruise over to my third channel, Nathan's DIY World. Link is in the description. Check that channel out. Subscribe to that so you don't miss out on anything. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.